Yo, Shalom. All praise to Yahweh, Shem Yahushai. Don't want to see apostles and elders of GreatMillStone. Shalom to all the Arkham out there doing the work in sincerity and truth, man. Mr. Brother, I'm one from the GMS London camp, and just basically catching up with this, breaking news, hot off the presses. Basically, there's been another false flag attack that's taken place in New York, man, and we always cover when these events happen, because this basically lets hey man, the elites are getting it in. They're letting you know it's go time, and you can tell because it's the space between the attacks is getting shorter, and they've started lighting up over they've done it over in the UK, doing it in London, but they've been lighting it up in the States, man. So that's letting you know they're ready to push forward, and that's where a lot of prophecy's got to take place, man. You had the RFID chip over there recently as well, and then you got the attacks coming out. So basically, this is letting you know that their shit's heating up, man. Shit's heating up. Cause what was I gonna say? Yeah, let me cover this, man. Cause basically, the significance of this as well is this is on one of their high holy days, man. That Samhain, that so-called not New Year's, Halloween, man. That Halloween, which basically I think is the autumn equinox, when the days start evening out. So pretty much, this has been one of them druidic high holy days, and this is letting you know what these guys are are getting up to, man. They're basically this is how the elites of this society function, man. They basically do things based on certain times and sticking to certain plans, man. Things don't happen randomly on random days. These things were ordained and set up and organized to happen on these days, man. That's why you have on Samhain they get a mass sacrifice in New York, which is where the main apostles are, the head apostles are, man. That's where they go out. So they're gonna see down there, hey man, people gonna be edgy, because whenever one of these attacks happens, people get on edge. But let me read this. It's on Independent. It's pretty much, you can catch it anywhere, but there ain't too many details coming out. But there might. I don't know if I'd have to do a look for the footage, but all I've really seen is pictures. I don't know if anyone's got any video. I don't think there's no videos on here. But it's on the Independent. It says Trump responds to New York terror attack. Looks like another attack by a very sick person. At least 8 people have been reported dead. So people getting taken out, man. And it says President Donald Trump has responded to the terror attack in New York City, saying the attack appears to have come from a sick and deranged person. In New York City, looks like another attack by a very sick and deranged person. Mr. Trump, I might as well just slip down. Says by a very sick and deranged. Law enforcement is following this closely, not in the USA. And Trump's been set up, man. This guy's also set up. But hey, this is just letting you know basically that the thing is to a certain, he's in the circle, man. They've set this guy up to be the president, so let him know certain things. So more likely than not, he knew certain things were gonna go down, man. You got the car, and the thing is as well, part of this is these so-called homegrown terrorist attacks are gonna be used to criminalize us, the Israelites, man. Because basically they're gonna say they're gonna pin all these things that are currently it's on Islam. They're gonna flip it onto us when that time comes, man. For real. Yeah, it says at least 8 people were killed after the truck smashed through the bike lane, and at least a dozen more were injured, according to the New York Mail. So more people get taken out. But yes, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say because basically he used a gun as well. He's meant to have used a gun after he got out, but basically they're making it so it's like a car or any kind of domestic something domestic like a car is now a deadly weapon, man. That's basically what they're making it. Making it like anyone can just jump into a car and then they can make one of the most awful terror attacks you're ever gonna see. So then that's just gonna be they can use that basically to lead up to, okay, we're gonna take away more rights we're gonna basically lock down on the people more, man. And then when it come to try grab up brothers, then they'll pin us, say, okay, yeah, you gonna this, that. Talk about brothers' web history. Say, well, they've already got the law passed about in the UK about looking at what they call so-called far right videos with certain things in the videos. These guys will basically they'll be you can get put in jail for 15 years off that. So that's what this is all about, man. This is basically about the elites turning the pressure cooker up, man, to max. Let me open let me read this, man, because this is basically in the showing in the scriptures the time we're in, man. Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that ye have but a short time. And that's what the so-called white man's doing. That's why you're seeing the attacks intensify. You're hearing about the mark of the beast, the RFID chip, more and more. That's basically letting you know this is the time, and it's building up. You got what is it? It's on Halloween. You know, when this happened, Samhain. That means that they're basically channeling the energy of them high holy days on the left hand side through their demons to basically make certain things happen, man. That's what these guys are looking to do. And what these guys want, man, they want their new world order locked in, man. These guys are basically trying to set themselves up as basically as what you call it. They're basically trying to make themselves gods on the earth, man. They're trying to take the place of the Most High and then set up for themselves an eternal kingdom. But that's not going to come to pass, man, because basically these guys are hey, man, it's not going to come to pass. The Most High is going to let them get in certain amounts, like the RFID chip, the mark of the beast, World War III. Certain parts of their plans are going to go through, but they're not going to get in their eternal kingdom, man. They're going to be taken out, so that Israel, the 12 tribes can come in, and we can have the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We can have our rulership. We read this 2 Thessalonians 2:4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. And he's already done this, because he's put his image up as an image of Yahushua, man. He's basically taken down a true image of Yahushua, which is a dark-skinned man, and put up this pasty crack of Cesare Borgias. Cesare's image is the one that's being propagated, man. So that's basically how he's done it. And now he wants to make it where he's got everyone completely locked down and underneath him, and he can just come out and be a god in the open, man. Because these guys, like these attacks, these things are basically set up by them behind closed doors, man. It's not everyone's not made privy to the plans of these elites. That's why you got the sheeple out here not knowing what's going on. But then, you know, attacks happen on these days, and they'll be wondering like, oh, it's terrible. But then these guys are going out dressing up like witches and demons, and like they got axe marks in their heads. But then, lo and behold, they go out in the street, they get mowed down by a truck, and then they get bladed, He's meant to have shot people up as well. Let me bring it up again, man. Yeah, he's meant to have been shooting people up as well. Let me see if I can get one. So yeah, that's what's been going down. And they got this guy looking like the ultimate fucking terrorist, bro. God damn. But yeah, hey man, this guy was set up. He's probably MK Ultra. But this is basically this is letting you know, for it to happen on this day, that lets you know these guys are into the left hand side. They're into that witchcraft. And that's what they deal with. They deal with certain times, certain dates, where they make certain things happen, man. That's how these guys basically get down, man. Yeah. But I'll leave it there, man. I'll say all praises to Yahweh Hashem, Yahushua, double honor to the apostles and elders of GreatMillStone, man. You know, death to America. Hey, death to the UK as well, man. Shalom.